Hello everybody, I hope that you're doing amazing. Adrian H here. For those of you that follow my channel, you would know that yesterday's message I wanted to draw from the original Rider-Waite tarot deck, but then I just couldn't find the deck, which was the most amazing thing, so I used the MUSE Tarot for that. And then the moment I decided to do that, the cards just sort of popped up, so I believe it was meant to be that way. So you are more than welcome if you want to go and have a look at yesterday's reading as well. You can see I've had this box for a while. I suppose you can say that it's seen better days, but it's seen many beautiful days with me. And actually when I got this deck of cards, I remember I live in Cape Town, but I was in Johannesburg, and I was feeling so lost in the world. And funny enough, I didn't have a lot of money. I had a very, small set amount of money. And I was going to the store and I was saying to Source, listen, and Source of all is my name for the divine, for God, what it is that you choose to use. And I was saying to Source, this is all the money I have. I feel very stuck over here. I feel very isolated. I feel very lonely. I feel very sad. If ever there's a time that you want to show to me that you are there for me, today is the day. And so if you are in a space today where you are really saying, to the universe, to Source, today you can do with a message. Today you can do with a helping hand. Before we even draw any cards, please consider this to be your message, all right? And I just want to share with you, because sometimes we think we have to be in this very high space to receive a message, but I was in a very low space this day. I was actually on my way to the store to go out buy myself a 5-liter box of wine that was on special. When I walked past another store and I saw this deck of cards, and it was this bookstore, and I've been looking for a Rider-Waite deck everywhere and I just couldn't find it, which in itself was basically a miracle. But I walked past and then I happened to have enough money for the box of wine, for the deck of cards, plus a packet of chips. And initially I thought I'd only be able to buy the wine, but then the wine was on this hectic special that I was able to buy the cards as well. So please consider this your message from Source, that whatever you are struggling with today, that you can get a solution to that. And if you're looking for a sign, consider this your sign, or you can look for more. All right. Before we start our reading, let's just connect in our heart space. As always, if you are able to close your eyes, please do so. If not, let's just connect in our heart space energetically. Please only ever do actions that are safe for you. But let's take in a nice breath together. And another one. Beautiful. Affirming that we are only open for messages that will serve the greatest good of all. Let's see what is today's message. Look at this. I'm not going to draw this. I just want to show you all. So we've got the Fool here at the bottom, which is all about new beginnings. And then we've got the Four of Wands, which is often called the marriage card. But the Four of Wands is almost like a gateway. It's like it speaks about harmonious balance within yourself. And it's basically like a gateway for you to have beautiful experiences, like meeting the one. Okay. But let's see, what do we have for you today? What message would you like to share with my beautiful, beautiful community today? And if today is your first time here on my channel, I'd like to welcome you. I'd like to open my heart to you. I would invite you to consider subscribing to my channel, hit that notification bell that card wants to come out so you know the daily readings or get notified of them. If you're coming back, welcome back. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for everybody who likes, share, comment, and subscribe. Your cards for today, we've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. Okay, today's a little bit of a wild day. So let's first start with the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is a space of, so first of all, Knight is always about going for something. So you're going for something over here. And it's a wonderful thing to go for something. But sometimes Knights also speak about, you might want to watch sort of like that intuition of yours. And when I say watch your intuition, it doesn't mean that you don't trust your intuition. What I mean is that you might want to take a moment, pause, breathe, and ask yourself, is this still my intuition that's speaking to me at the moment? Or have I maybe got so involved in whatever it is that I'm doing that it's my mind starting to speak? That I may be telling other people what they want to hear, or just doing what I should do to get what I want to get. Okay, so whilst Knight is a wonderful energy, You also want to be careful of, especially with it being presented twice, and there with Page of Pentacles, which is often about epiphanies, new ideas. You want to be careful of maybe getting to a point where you can almost become so ambitious that you become almost overly impulsive, that you just go like, oh, this feels right, I'm going to go with it. And that's what I was talking about when I was saying watch your intuition. Because what can happen sometimes, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I am born with incredibly strong intuition, and I think it's got something to do with the fact that I was, and I thought about this the other day and I really laughed. I started my life on Earth with a near-death experience, and obviously the soul starts to go back, and you just remember more than others because you start going back through the veil, and then no, I think I'm going to do this lifetime. So I see you going for things here today. I see you maybe going for money. I see you going for opportunities. I see you really maybe having made up your mind, but and that's a good thing. It's a very good thing, but you always want to ask yourself. So let's say we are speaking about your job or relationship or place where you stay, whatever it really is. And you said, you know what? I'm not going to do this anymore. I deserve better than this. I'm going to do something different. Screw this. Okay. Now, there's nothing wrong with deciding that what you're doing isn't for you at the moment. In fact, we want to have that sort of, honesty with ourselves. But you can decide that what you're doing for yourself is not for you at the moment. You can decide that you want to go forward and, empower yourself and educate yourself and, take a chance. Those are all beautiful things to do. But you always want to be careful of the energy that you move forward with. All right. And the thing is, let's say, for example, you don't like your job and you say, I'm going to leave these people, screw them all, they're terrible people, and you can leave from that with that, reason. But as you leave, or as you make up your mind, you start looking for new things. You always want to come from an energy of love. You come from an energy of peace. You come from an energy of harmony. It's about calibrating, really. And for those of you that I say maybe watching a lot of Abraham Hicks, the teachings of Abraham with Esther Hicks, they speak a lot about calibrating. So this is not a space that say that you can't do new things, but it's just the energy that you do it with. So I don't like this job. I'm not happy over here. I don't like the way it makes me feel. I don't like the way that I'm treated. I don't like the way how other people's actions are making me feel. There is honesty with the situation. You're not trying to soften anything up. You're saying exactly why you're unhappy. I don't like this. Okay? And but I am grateful for the fact that while I was here, it paid for this and this and that, and it was I was able to do this and this and that. But now it's time for me to move on. I am not finding the space fulfilling. I am not finding the space loving and kind. I'm not finding the space to be supportive or maybe respectful towards what it is that I want to do. So universe, I am willing to have a different experience of life. I'm willing to move forward. I'm willing to do what I'm guided to do, but I'm also open to it being an experience that is positively constructive. Okay. Page of Pentacles. There's opportunities coming about. There's ideas coming about here for you because, when we think I don't want to do this anymore, I don't want to do that anymore, you start getting ideas for how you can do something different. All right. So some of you are getting the spark over there, and that's perfectly fine. Even there with the Knight of Swords, you are being encouraged to go for your dreams. You are being encouraged to go forward. Remember the dreams that we have, the passions that we have, the drive that we have, the ambitions, because people sometimes think of ambition as a very negative thing, but all those drives that we have within us, it's always been there. You remember, as a soul, before you incarnate, you're very involved with the planning of your life. You have placed certain things in your life to motivate you going forward. And when you get that, what I would say is, okay, so I must have planted this, placed this into my experience of life. I planted the seed over here so it can grow going forward. And now I recognize this as a sign that says it's time to move forward, to go in a different direction. Okay. If anything else today, you want to keep your thoughts positive. So yes, you can go for new things, make new plans, start looking at different things, all of those things. But watch those thoughts. Make sure that those thoughts are coming from a positive, uplifting space. Let your energy be about focusing forward. Okay? Even if you don't like everything that's happening at the moment, any of those things, let your energy always be a space of doing your best to focus forward. And something that I always say, and something that I do my ultimate best in my own life to do as well, is when I don't know what to do, when I come from a point of confusion or anger or anything like that, I would rather not do anything, because actions that you normally take from that space is usually actions that don't serve you in a very positive way. All right. Wishing you all the best. From my heart, namaste, love and light. See you for tomorrow's reading.